Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, often referred to as El Padrino or the Godfather, was one of the most feared and influential drug lords in the history of Mexico's drug trade. As the founder of the Guadalajara cartel, Gallardo built an empire that not only controlled the flow of drugs into the United States but also instilled fear through his strategic brilliance, ruthless enforcement, and ability to corrupt government officials at the highest levels. Here's why he was feared unlike other drug dealers. 1. Strategic vision and organizational skills. Gallardo was not just a violent enforcer but a visionary who understood the importance of organization in the drug trade. He unified various smaller drug traffickers under the umbrella of the Guadalajara cartel, creating a centralized network that controlled almost all of the drug trafficking in Mexico. His cartel was one of the first to establish direct contacts with Colombian cartels, securing cocaine supplies that were funneled into the U.S. market. This level of organization and control made him a powerful and intimidating figure. 2. Corruption at the highest levels. One of Gallardo's most significant strengths was his ability to corrupt officials at every level of the Mexican government. He cultivated relationships with politicians, military leaders, and law enforcement, ensuring that his operations were protected. The depth of his influence was so vast that it was said he could control elections and dictate government policy. This level of corruption made him untouchable for a long time, instilling fear in both rivals and allies who knew that any opposition to him could result in swift retribution, often with government backing. 3. Ruthless enforcement of power. Gallardo was known for his ruthlessness in dealing with those who crossed him or posed a threat to his empire. One of the most infamous examples of his brutality was the kidnapping, torture, and murder of DEA agent Enrique "Kiki" Camarena in 1985. Camarena had been instrumental in exposing Gallardo's operations, leading to a massive crackdown on the cartel. In retaliation, Gallardo ordered Camarena's abduction and torture, sending a clear message that any interference with his business would be met with extreme violence. This act not only provoked the ire of the U.S. government, but also solidified his reputation as a man who would go to any lengths to protect his empire. 4. Creation of a trafficking network in California. Gallardo's influence extended far beyond Mexico's borders. He was instrumental in establishing trafficking routes into California, which became a major hub for drug distribution in the United States. His connections in California allowed the Guadalajara cartel to flood the U.S. market with drugs, generating billions of dollars in revenue. His ability to operate on both sides of the border made him a formidable figure, feared by U.S. law enforcement and rival cartels alike. 5. Feared by rivals and allies alike. Even within the criminal underworld, Gallardo was known for his unpredictability and willingness to eliminate anyone who threatened his position. He maintained a delicate balance of power among Mexico's various drug traffickers, but he also didn't hesitate to turn on former allies if it served his interests. This made him a figure of both respect and fear, as no one could be sure where they stood with him. 6. Legacy of violence and fear. Gallardo's arrest in 1989 did not end the violence and fear he had instilled. The power vacuum left by his downfall led to the fragmentation of the Guadalajara cartel into smaller, more violent factions, such as the Sinaloa cartel, the Tijuana cartel, and the Juarez cartel. These groups continued Gallardo's legacy of brutality, leading to a surge in drug-related violence that persists to this day. Gallardo's influence can still be felt in the ongoing drug wars in Mexico, where his methods and strategies continue to be emulated by new generations of drug traffickers. Conclusion. Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo was feared unlike other drug dealers because he combined ruthless violence with strategic brilliance and an unprecedented level of corruption. His ability to control both the drug trade and the government made him a nearly invincible figure, whose legacy of fear and violence continues to haunt Mexico and the drug trade in the Americas. Thanks for tuning into Sika True Crime Docs. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating tales. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to life. See you in the next episode.